Hey everyone, it's your favorite reviewer, back at it again with another review. This time we're going to be looking at the stealthy, sneaky game of Dishonored, which also has a supernatural twist. Now I of course played it the proper way, which is non-detected, non-lethally. So without further ado, let's hop into the review. Now, how could I review this beauty without mentioning its fantastic art direction? This game has a lot of things going for it. It's got a unique steampunk setting, a cool cel-shaded art style, and if those things aren't good enough, well, it runs in Unreal Engine 3. Dunwall really is a fantastic watercolor painting that you get to explore. And you've got a lot to explore given the open nature of the levels. I can see why companies like IGN and GameSpot said that this game had the best graphics of 2012. Dishonored is a stealth game with a twist. Instead of being just an ordinary assassin who's just highly trained, you are an assassin with supernatural powers. How exciting. And that is what makes Dishonored kinda cool. You're able to teleport behind enemies, take them out, slow down time, the works. It's also got the usual stealth game stuff, and it's all done to perfection. One of the great things about games like this is you're given the opportunity to beat the whole game without killing anyone. That's a really neat concept, and it's really a shame that a lot of games don't have that. I would freaking love Grand Theft Auto 5 with the ability to not kill anyone. That'd be fantastic. I, of course, being a respectable human being, attempted to do the whole game stealthily and non-lethally. And I accomplished half of that. And why did I only get half? I'll tell you why. On one level, I spent an hour and a half making sure I got all the upgrades, was undetected, and non-lethally took out all the guards. To my dismay, when I was looking at the end of level screen, I saw I had done everything stealthily, but I had killed one person. And I was absolutely baffled as to how that could have happened when I took such precautions. And then it dawned upon me. Dishonored makes you hide bodies so the guards don't notice that something's fishy. It's just a standard mechanic you would expect in a stealth game. However, Dishonored also has a physics engine. I often would hide the bodies on the rooftops, and it just so happened that one body apparently rolled down the rooftop down to his death. Whoops! Now this doesn't really affect the rating and ranking I would give it, but it's just some weird thing that happened to me. I didn't repeat the mission again because I wasn't about to spend an hour and a half doing the same things over again. So I took the L, and it certainly was a painful one. Boy oh boy does this game try to do some serious world building. Now this game of course isn't on the levels of something like Skyrim or any other Elder Scrolls game. It's just not that detailed. No way is it that detailed. Not one bit. However, you can tell they were trying to make this world feel well done. There's a lot of politics you hear about from the guards. All the characters sort of have a story to them. And this game also utilizes one thing in particular, which is the occasional books you find in the levels. It's kind of like how Skyrim does it, also all the other games in the Elder Scrolls series. These books can really add to the lore of that world. Now, this game doesn't have a lot of books, but there are some. And to me, that definitely shows a commitment to what they're trying to do. Of course, the game has the usual story stuff. You are framed for the murder of the Empress, and you gotta get your honor back because you were dishonored. Story works. Nothing bad, nothing good. Well, I wouldn't say it's nothing good, but I don't know, I'm not super impressed. I'm really just mostly impressed by the world building as opposed to the individual story. You can't win them all usually, though. Well, it's time to give it its score. I would be lying if I said I wasn't partial to stealth games. I do love a good stealth ROM, and I must admit I was impressed by this game's attention to world building. God, how many times am I going to say that? We're going to give this game the usual typical score of a 4 out of 5. I'm honestly kind of baffled on what I should give it with the top games list. Part of me thinks, oh, it's the best game of all time. Another part of me thinks that no critic ever says it's better than Super Mario World or Portal or even Uncharted. But honestly, looking at it, I think it probably is better than them. But at the same time, I feel like it isn't better than them. Pretty confused. Honestly, maybe I misranked some things, I don't know. But why don't we just put it as the greatest game of all time? Anyway, moving on. Next week, I will be reviewing Uncharted 2. Will it be better than Uncharted 1? Find out on the next episode of The Crusade for the best video game ever made.